We have a massive update about the GTA 6 hacker, and there's even a confirmation that some of your info could have been stolen and recently sold, including email addresses, gamer tags, console details, and more. We'll be going over all of that in this video today and a whole lot more. Now, before we get things started, I didn't think I was ever going to have to mention this or see this, but apparently the Twitter account for the government of Ukraine, which has 2.2 million followers, they put out this tweet the other day, which has garnered a very interesting response. They tweeted Grand Theft Army Russia and then tagging Rockstar Games and then posting a wasted picture, which is obviously what happens when our GTA characters die. So that was very interesting. Make of that what you will. Again, I never thought I would see the Ukrainian government tagging Rockstar, posting wasted from the GTA series, but it's 2022, so I guess absolutely anything can happen. Now, let's move on to our main story of the day, and that is the GTA 6 hacker might have actually compromised some data and having it sold. So 2K, one of the other branches of Take-Two Interactive, one of them is Rockstar, one of them is 2K Games, they have confirmed that a recent security breach that lines up with what happened to Rockstar Games resulted in customers' personal information being stolen and put up for sale. So in late September, right after the GTA 6 leaks, the publisher said that its customer support service had been compromised and warned players that might be affected to change their password. Now, 2K said that a third party had illegally accessed the credentials of one of its vendors to the help desk platform the company uses before accessing confidential customer details and sending malicious links to some players. So this sounds exactly what the GTA 6 hacker did, and anytime I use the word hacker, I'm sort of referring to not only the individual that has been arrested that we know and that has been charged, but also the group that this individual was working with as well. They were not alone, whether you read the reports that it was the infamous hacking group Laspus or whether it was just a rogue group of other hackers. There's definitely a handful of them working together and that targeted big companies like this. Remember that Microsoft, Nvidia, Samsung, they were all victims of this, including Rockstar Games. So Rockstar was definitely not the only one. So this has the GTA 6 hackers' fingerprints all over it. Now, just a couple of days ago on October 6th, 2K began contacting customers whose information had been accessed and put up for sale. In a Reddit post by user Bob's Lawn Service, they said, I have just received an email from 2K and they had a security breach and our personal data has been stolen. I'll leave a link to that in the description if you guys want. It essentially outlines what happened, what they are doing, what you can do if your information was stolen, and then a notice of data breach. So definitely check your emails. I'm sure many of you guys, if you have a Rockstar account, you might have a 2K Games account. So this is something you definitely want to check. They said the unauthorized third party accessed and copied some personal data that was recorded about you when you contacted us for support, including your email address, help desk ID, gamer tag, and console details. There is no indication that any of your financial information or passwords held on our systems were compromised, and 2K added, however, out of an abundance of caution, we encourage all of our players to secure their accounts by resetting passwords and enabling multi-factor authentication if they have not already done so. And so basically what happened was the malicious link that was sent to some players contained malware that had the potential to compromise data stored on their device, including passwords. And 2K even advised players who clicked on the link, we recommend restarting your computer immediately and using cybersecurity best practices, resetting all your passwords, using MFA where available, and using updated antivirus software. So I definitely believe that this is the GTA 6 hacker that is responsible for this, and this kind of just goes to show you the fallout and aftermath that even though this individual is now being held in court, they've been arrested, they've been charged, their actions are going to have impacts in the weeks, months, and possibly even years ahead, not only just in the game itself, but also what we're now seeing, information being stolen and put up for sale, which is obviously not great news. So I'm talking about this as sort of a PSA. If you have a 2K account, which many Rockstar fans probably do, you might want to check in on that, because there is a possibility that this GTA 6 hacker could have actually gotten some info from you, which, again, obviously not a good thing. Now, the final thing I want to end on today is just something kind of cool. Early screenshots of the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy, the Definitive Edition, have actually been revealed. So we've been given an early look at the game thanks to some recent screenshots posted by the developers themselves. Now, this is first discovered by user MNM345X, and it basically shows their work in Unreal Engine 4 to real early game screenshots. And this is really cool because Rockstar Games developers tend to keep their work secret. However, Christopher Walsh, a technical artist from Grove Street Games, who actually made the GTA Trilogy, the Definitive Edition, have shared some of his work. The first thing we get to take a look of is how the car paint kind of work, and it gives us a look at the Unreal Engine 4's materials and shader graph, and it provides us with a breakdown of the finished product of the paint job on the Banshee. So that's actually kind of cool. And there's also attributes of the car paint and another look at the game in Unreal 4's editor. And Walsh also posted some early in-game screenshots of the game with a comparison of the car paint he created versus the standard Banshee. And the screenshots I'm going to show you guys right now are on Grove Street and are all taken in the morning, so you can see how it looks in that time of day and that lighting. Now, we also get another look at the paint job comparison in the afternoon light, which does differ a little bit from the morning. And the most interesting part of this is the screenshots are also the mobile port version's touch user interface. So essentially, this removes any doubt that Grove Street Games were not using their mobile ports as a base for these remastered games. You'll also be able to see that some assets, such as trees, are using the older model and not the one that actually shows up in the release. And then we actually get a look at the game and the paint job at nighttime. We also see some emergency vehicles in development, like the first LSPD car. He writes that his responsibilities included the art direction for modeling updates on damaged and undamaged vehicles, to oversee the upscaling and LOD creation for all vehicles in game. We also see these next couple of screenshots are for the San Andreas Police Department Ranger. It also says that he contributed to rigging, binding, weighting updates, script creation, adding new glass windows, updated textures, updated police lights. We can kind of see that on the SAPD motorcycle and some of its materials. So overall, this is really cool. Thank you, Christopher, for sharing these images with us. We rarely get a behind-the-scenes look at what's going on in Rockstar's world, unless, of course, a hacker dives in and shares it on purpose. But I thought this was really cool, and I just wanted to sort of talk about this in the final part of today's video. But we've dove into a lot. What do you think of the Grand Theft Auto 6 hacker, what he's done, the information that has been sold, and the fallout and the aftermath that really continues from this? Let me know what you guys are thinking in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.